Amani kutoka juu. Peace from above. Welcome to Black's BLAX, Black BLACK TV, where I expound upon the fortunes, the benefits, the evolution, the resurrection. I speak upon blackness, which is purity. I speak upon what I was taught as a young man to believe half of what I see and none of what I hear. Now take a look at that picture. Look at half of what you see and none of what you hear. Look at the peeled down man named Hoax Jolts Science. Created in 1912, two Libra white offsprings came up with a concept to convince the other connivers that they was best. They created a peeled down man, which was saying that this person who they had doctored his teeth and everything else, and said he was the beginning. And for 51 years, 1912 to 1951, for 51 years, yeah, they taught the peeled down man. One more time. Because why? Oh, these two white guys ain't gonna lie to us about creating something that ain't real. Look at the J. Can you say J top to bottom? Can you say J top to bottom? Look at that J. What you see a J, right? Jehovah, Jerusalem, Joseph, Jesus, John, Judas, and Jews. Jews, Judas, John, Jesus, Joseph, Jerusalem, Jehovah. Wow. It's amazing, ain't it? Can you do that? Can you do that? Bet you can't read. One more time. Because see, when you get in the middle, ESUS, that J, see that big ass J? It's a big J. No longer is a J. It can become G or hey, but not a J. But see, you got to remember now, half of what you see, none of what you hear. Because see, if you listen, if you hearing, just like they heard about the peeled down man, see, they wasn't really listening. They was hearing because, hey, two people look like us, ain't gonna lie to us. No. Wow. 1912 to 1951. Or was it 53? I'm not quite sure. But I do know for a fact that people's was believing them profoundly because, hey, these are renowned scientists who we know they don't lie. Why would they lie? They're better than lies. Yes, we all know they better than lies. They wouldn't lie. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I did, huh? No, it ain't. Here it is. Ain't that neither. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. Anyway, if you pay attention, you will see that the peeled down man was created to establish the concept of you believing in what they show you, not what you see. Because what you see counts more than what they say. Because what they say is more important. Because they got feet pale, hair straight. So therefore, it's absolutely impossible for them to be lying to you. Because why would they lie to you? Because hey, they the better of the two. Let me see. Charles Dawson and Arthur Smith Woodard announced the discovery, claiming a crucial piece of evidence in human evolution. It was consisted of a human skull cap and orangutan jawbone with the teeth filed down and stained to appear ancient. One more time. This was in 1912 to 53. My bad. I said 51, 53. Yeah. From 1912 to 1953, 51 years, they told people that the jawbone of an orangutan a human skull cap and an orangutan jawbone. So they took a monkey and a top of a human head and put it together. And people believed it because, hey, it was two white guys. Two white guys ain't about convincing you of the concept that they be conniving to convince you about their truth. One more time. Same thing like that J. Look at that J. Same thing. Same thing. It's a J till you get to the middle, ESUS. And then it's Jesus. Or, wait a minute, wait a minute, hold up. Let me back up for a minute. It can be Jesus. Oh, Jesus or Jesus, but not Jesus. Now let's look at them other folks. Man, ain't no such thing as a J. The J didn't even exist. One more time. How you talking about a J? Everybody know the J didn't exist until such and such a such. But let me see if I got this right. Jehovah, Jerusalem, Joseph, John, Judas, and Jews. They don't count. None of those count. Because that one J that you looking at, but not allowed to say. One J, one name that you're not allowed to say unless it's G or hey. Because of that, 6 names no longer count. Right? Gotcha. Because it is one Jesus that you're not allowed to say. 6 other names don't count. Gotcha. Free your mind. Your ass will follow. Kingdom of heaven is within. One more time. Look at that again. Look at that again. Look at it. Look at the J. Look at the J. It's a J. It's a J. Don't tell me, because you can't say Jesus, that 6 other names don't count. Huh? But that one name you can pronounce twice. One name you can pronounce twice. One more time. Free your mind. Your ass will follow. Kingdom of heaven is within. Just like the pimp down man. One more time. 1912, 1953, 53, 51 years. They was convinced by those two connivers of the concept that what they see is truth, when all actuality is a lie. They glued some stuff together and told you to believe what I'm showing you. Just like Jesus and Jesus, they preachers are taught to convince you of the concept that they not conniving you to not to look at J, but say G or hey. Choices. One more time. You notice what you see. Everybody does. Because every time I ask anybody what's the first letter in Jesus, they always tell me J. They always tell me J. So don't tell me that you see a J, but you're not allowed to say what you see. You can say G or hey. Neither one of those you see. Neither one of those do you see. But you're going to say J, but you can't say Jesus. Yes, you can. Now you got choices. Just like the pill down man. You can be convinced for 51 years of the concept until you get knowledge. One more time. I keep telling people, that's why I don't believe in none of their science. Wait a minute, let me see. Hook nose, let me see. Feet pale, hair straight, hook nose, thin lips, whose whole concept is Pinocchioism. Excuse me, whose whole concept is Pinocchioism, which is to shrink the lips and grow the nose. And what made Pinocchio's nose grow? Lies upon lies upon lies. Look at Jesus and call it Jesus or Jesus, or say Jesus and call it Jesus, who is somebody else's God. Just like Jehovah is somebody else's God. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging somebody else's God. Because God said, beware of other people's goals. Because other people are allowed to have goals, but I am goal of goals. That's why I tell you immediately beware of other people's, because I am not alone. I allow this to happen so that I may show my power. When they captured Samson, they thought they had shown their power of their God. But Samson showed them the power of the God of gold. One man took out a whole Colosseum. Excuse me. One man took out a whole Colosseum. The power of gold. One more time. He's allowing their gold daggone to capture him, but he showing on the back end the true power. By through in and all, go to wolves. One more time. See, choices. Now you can believe in the Piltdown man, and who were 51 years was a lie. And look at the Piltdown man. No, he's a lie. But look at the guy in the glasses. He's real. One more time. Half of what you see. Look at that J. It's J top to bottom. If you see the J, if you say the J, if you think the J, most important, you got to think the J. You cannot allow your sight that you see a J, but your brain says G or hey. When you conquer that, seeded it up to go to goals in the name of his begotten son, Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23, whose name means God with us, who is Acts 4:12. One name given men on earth guaranteed to get you to heaven. I know this for a fact. The man whose name means God with us is a guarantee to heaven. One more time. His name means God first. You believe in him, excuse me, guaranteed to get to heaven. See? Or you can go to Matthew 125, where they got Jesus. One more time. Choices. 123, whose name means God with us, or 125. We'll go to God, allow them to manipulate the book of life and put Jesus there to give you choices. Which one you want to believe in? 123 or 125? Because 123 go exactly to 412. That's why God did not allow them to touch Matthew 123. They could not touch Matthew 123. They put a E-M-M and they put a I-M-M. That's something he allowed to do. They couldn't put no J-E-S-U-S there because J-E-S-U-S being there would also be 412, but it's impossible. Not when you put 123 and Acts 4:12 together. When you put 123, Matthew 123 and Acts 4:12 together, simple as 123, Matthew what? 123 and Matthew what? 123, because it's easy as what? 1, 2, 3. Trip C's, trip C's, trip C's. Cool, calm, collected. WWW, whole wide world. Free your mind, and your ass will follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. One more time. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Don't let nobody tell you that the J don't count. Because you not going to tell me that you're going to allow yourself to take one J that you see, but you're going to take what you see and change 6 more names because what you see you're not allowed to say. You can say G or hey, but you can't say Jesus. So you're going to eliminate 6 other names. Are you really? Free your mind and your ass will follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. In the name of Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23. In the name of Emmanuel, Acts 4:12.